Hello, everyone, and welcome to your Google Plus and Hangouts training overview with Cloud Sherpas. My name is Asher. I am your facilitator today. So what is Google Plus? The Google Plus application is a place where you can share posts, pictures, videos, and links with your colleagues. Now, Google Plus within your ICO community is to be used as an organizational and not a classical social networking service for this. So this is just for work. ICO also encourages the use of Google Plus to enhance communication, collaboration, and information exchange in support of ICO's mission. The use of Google Plus follows the same standards of professional practice and conduct associated with everything else in ICO. Common sense and sound judgment will help to avoid the most vexing issues. So the benefits of Google Plus for ICO. It's going to help your organization to better understand, respond to, and attract the attention of a specific audience. It's going to enable interactive communication, the exchange of information, perspective, and opinion among multiple audiences. So we're going to be able to do that effectively, efficiently, and in places where those conversations are already taking place. Google Plus can enable ICO to become more active in its relationships with members, partners, and stakeholders, reach specific audiences on specific issues, reduce ICO's dependence on traditional media channels, and counter inaccurate press coverage. That's going to be very important. Also, to be able to reduce costs through use of Google Plus Hangouts, it is 100% free web conferencing. We're going to be able to increase ICO's access to audiences and improve the accessibility of its communication and engagement efforts. So our overview, we're going to be looking at our profile. So your ICO home on Google Plus, which allows you to share interesting work experiences, information, and much more. Within your circles, it's going to be a method of organizing your connections into groups for more targeted sharing and better privacy. Now your stream. This is going to be a list of real-time messages that are displayed on your Google Plus homepage and for each circle of your contacts. So Google Plus streams are responsive, adapting to the screen size and also orientation of browsers. Hangouts, a platform for group video chatting and collaboration that is used by Google Plus members. It also has a maximum participation of allowance of 10 users. Community. So within our community, environments on Google Plus where users can gather and discuss shared interests. Again, it's sort of similar to LinkedIn groups. Events within Google Plus. So you can fully customize Google Plus pages for inviting Google Plus users and the community members to a particular event. Google Plus will automatically add these events to attendee Google calendars, by the way. So on our agenda, we're going to create an account. We're going to be looking at your Google Plus homepage, looking at your profile, circles and postings, events, communities, Hangouts. We're going to look at the settings, and then towards the end, we're going to go back to our ICO's policies and support. So creating a profile. So within your Google Mail, you're going to click on the plus U to the very top of your screen. You're going to complete the profile information. And just FYI, please make sure you put in the correct year of birth. Google will block any users under the age of 13. So, if you're thinking you just want to put something bogus in there, that's also fine, but you have to be over the age of 13. Google is not sharing that information with anyone. Step 2. So based on your contacts, Google Plus is going to automatically suggest people to add to your circles. That's going to help you out tremendously instead of trying to find and locate everyone. You're going to be able to choose which people you want to add to your circles. Right? And again, we are going to be talking a little bit more about creating those circles and the people within your circles a little bit later on. So our next step, choose whether or not you want to follow certain pages on Google+, right? So a Google Plus page is a digital platform for a business or an organization to share content related to their brand, right? So you know what a Google Plus page is all about. So within setting up your Google Plus, you probably want to add a picture to your profile, right? Just so that your community and your colleagues, if you've been talking all the time, will actually be able to now place a face with the name. Right. So we can also go back and edit the profile at any time using your Google Plus, right, to add or change your picture, which of course we want to make it work appropriate. So let's go ahead and hop in, and then we'll get back to this presentation. So we talked about you setting up your Plus You from within your Google Mail. So mine has been set up. So mine says Plus Asher because I have already created mine. So I can go through, right, my Plus Asher to get to my Google Plus homepage. And here it is. I have opened up my homepage. I know that I'm at my homepage because to the top left-hand side there it says Home. Right. Within your Google Plus, you can also have a search bar, right? And you'll notice that within a lot of your applications, you do have a search, so you can search for people, pages, or posts. I'm at my all within my stream. That means everything within my circles, right? I'm seeing in one area, right? I have my friends circle, my family, my acquaintances, and also under my more, right? You can see that I'm following a lot of different organizations. Also, your stream. So your stream layout, you have two different views of your stream layout. I like it clean, everything is kind of one area. However, you can also change that stream to kind of give you a little bit more on your home page, right? So again, your home page will show posts created by the people that you've added to your circles. Also within your circles, I'm going to go back to my all. You're sometimes probably wondering what these plus ones are. So your plus one within your post, right, within your stream is almost like your Facebook like, or even your LinkedIn like. So someone is showing you a post, what you agree or like what they're talking about, right? You can, show your support by plus oneing this post. All right, so now I'm one of two people that have liked this particular post. Now, what happens if you would like to share a post, right? So from my home screen, right, I can share what's new, right? So I want to say what's going on new in our Google Plus. All right, so lots of great information in our Google Plus area. All right, please share comments. When you share a post, you can also, right, attach photos, links, other videos, right, from YouTube, right? We can even create an event. Within your to field, you can add your coworkers, right? So within your postings, you can post it to everyone. You can limit it to a certain circle, right? Or even just an individual, right? So I can simply just click right within my to field, add my circles, right? Even some extended circles, the circles that I've created, right? I've got some acquaintances, the people that I'm following, right? Maybe I want to share it also with my my ICO team, right? So I'm simply just going to select, right, the circle that I'd like to share it with. And I really just want to kind of keep it strictly to my ICO team. So I can remove my other circle. So if you've even inadvertently added something else to a circle, you can remove it. Anything that has an X, guys, if you click on it, it will go away. All right. I want to share this posting with everyone that I just chose within my circle. I can also send an email, right, to that circle. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and share it. All right. And there it is within my stream. Navigating just a little bit more through your Google Plus. So under your home, right, you'll see all the different little apps within your Google Plus that you have. Remember we talked a little bit earlier about being able to go back to your profile and maybe adding another picture. All right, so under my home, let's go ahead and look at our profile. All right, it'll show your picture. It'll tell you how many followers that you have and reviews. All right, so there's my about. Right, it'll tell me the people that I have in my circles, right? The ones that have you in circles as well. You can add a story of how you got to the organization, kind of introduce yourself, and some bragging rights as well. All right. So the about this really tells about you. You'll see here by the about our posts. All right. We'll give everything that you have posted. And of course, you can share other photos, videos, all the likes, the plus ones that you have, and also reviews. Now, moving on from our profile, we are going to look at our circles. So within our circles, we can certainly search and find people, right? Also to the top of our search bar, we can search for people, pages, or posts. People that you can add back, right? It also kind of makes suggestions again for you, right? So if you didn't use everyone within your contacts, it will go ahead and make those suggestions. Added you, right? So people that have added you within your Google Plus. Of course, there's your Gmail contacts, all right? And again, you can go through and find your coworkers, right? Now, Google does give you 2 to 3 ways to do the same thing, doesn't it? Right? So to the left-hand side of our navigation, we can also do the same thing to the top of our menu bars up here. So again, find people, people that have you in their circles, right? Your circles. So this is what's really kind of important to you, right? So your circles, how do you want to break these down, right? So you can add anyone simply by just clicking on the add a person, type in their name or email address. Right? And I actually want to add a James Davenport. And then it'll give you, right, a choice. Where would you like to add them? What circle would you like to add them in? All right? I can put them in my corporate circle. And also I want to add them to my ICO management team. And I'm going to save. All right? So there it is. I've added James. You can also add a new circle. All right? So I'm going to create a whole new circle. All right? And this is going to be my project team. All right? Of course, I want to add a few people. Right? Or guess what, guys? I can also create an empty circle, right? And I just want to create an empty circle right now just to kind of show you. So for those that I already have within my circle, right, I want to show you this wonderful thing about dragging and dropping someone into your circle. So you see that I just dragged and dropped James in. I'm also going to add Mike and also Lynn. right? So you saw how we could create a new circle and add people to our circles. Very, very easy to do, right? So again, your circles will have everyone, like, so you can kind of segregate how you want your teams and share that information accordingly, right? So anything that you want to post, you can share it to just that particular audience. Right? Adding photos. So if you have some photos that you'd like to share with your organization, maybe a team luncheon, right? Or something very relevant towards ICO, right? You can add that here, right? Again, remember, this isn't like your social media, right? This is strictly for work. We're going to come back to our communities, right? I'm going to almost create that last for us. But even within your Google Plus, you can create an event for work. So I'm going to click on my events. Right, it'll show you some past events going on. So I want to create an event. So I'm going to go to my right-hand side and create event. And this is going to be our project team luncheon. You can choose a day that you'd like to have this, right? So we're going to actually do this on Tuesday. I want to change, correct the time that I'd like to have our luncheon. So maybe from 11. Location, you can add a location. It really is optional, but of course you want to let everyone know where they're going, correct? So we are going to meet in the cafeteria. You could add more details if necessary, right? And here's where we're going to invite maybe just our project team, right? We could invite everyone within the organization. I want to add my project team and also maybe my ICO management team, right? So now I've specifically chosen who I want to share this event with, and I'm going to invite everyone. Right? So there it is. Right, my event has been created. It's on my Google Plus. So for Tuesday the 12th at 11. Right, now here's what I want to show you. On your calendar, it will actually show you that event, even though we created it from Google Plus. And let's kind of come down to the day. And I'm just going to share my calendar, make it a little bit easier for you to see. All right, so here it is on our calendar, right? And just a little bit of a difference from your regular calendar event, right? It'll kind of add your picture if you had one posted here, right? So that's how you can know visibly within your Google Calendar, right? Which events were created from your Google Plus. I really, really like that, right? So very easy. It integrates with your calendar. Right, and you can also tell the difference from within your calendar event, which ones were created from your Google Plus. All right, so let's get back to our Google page. Now let's look at our communities. Right, so of course we want to share specific information within our different communities. So for our project team community, you can create a community. Right, so first of all, your page shows you all of the communities that you have within the organization, right? Some you can discover the ones that you've joined, right? Or the ones that you have created. So we want to create a new one, right? So over to my right, I'm going to create a community. Now, when you create a community, you've got two options. You can make it restricted within your ICO management company, right? Which is what you probably want to do, right? And not restricted. So of course you have to have permission to do not restricted. So I'm just going to do not restricted right now so I can share with other people, right? Within your company from mine. And you can now make it either public or private, depending on what you had chosen. So because I chose to let it be open, but still, I'm going to make this private. All right, so let's just make this our project community. Now, can people search for your community? No, you want it hidden from searches, or yes, people can find it and then ask to join. All right, so of course I'm just going to keep it hidden right now, and I'm going to go ahead and create my community. See, guys, it was easy as that. So here's the community, right? So congratulations, you started your community. So now you probably want to fill out just a little bit more detail, right? You could add a particular tagline, right? So our project community is all about the coffee, right? You can pick a photo that represents the community that you just created. Right now, you want to filling out the about section with guidelines and relevant links. Right, so you want to make sure that everyone has enough information, and then of course you can add discussion categories to guide those particular conversations. All right, again, telling more just about the communities, add those links. You can make the location optional if you can add the location. I'm just going to add London here. All right, who can join? So at first I said just go ahead and keep it closed, right? But if I wanted to, I could open it up right here. Okay, and of course I'm done. All right. All right, so team, this is an open discussion about the best coffees. All right, of course it's going to be whatever you need it to be. All right, again, I want to share some information about this particular community. I'm going to choose my ICO team and send, and then they can start, like we can start corresponding and posting stuff within the community. All right, so again, very easy. Again, from our home page, right, we looked at our profile, our circles, our communities, right? Then I just kind of want to look at our settings really quickly. You can choose who can interact with you and your posts, right? So kind of make sure you come back in here and tighten up how you want that to be. All right, you can even set up notification delivery about your posts, manage your subscriptions, and when you're receiving notifications, you want to be notified by email or phone when somebody does a post, circles, all right, photos, hangouts, events, communications about your Google Plus pages, or even within your communities. So please, again, go ahead and spend some time within your settings. All right, now guys, I want to talk to you about Hangouts. All right, so within your mail, I'm just going to click back on my mail tab, is going to be your Hangouts area. So again, from within your mail, right, you have your Hangouts, and you can search on your colleague to have a hangout with, but I actually found my colleague, right? So I'm going to select on Asher. I want to have a conversation. So again, within my Hangouts, I can send a chat. Right, I'm looking for my report, right? Or guys, here's our Hangouts. So you see my little video call. We can do a video call so I can share some information. Right, so the other person is going to answer your call. Right, and I'm going to show you. Now here we are. me just kind of pull this over for you. Here's where now within your Hangouts, all right, you can do a chat within your Hangout. So even though you're having this conference with everyone, right, you can also chat within the Hangout itself. Hello, team, right? And just so that you're aware, everyone within the Hangout, right, will be able to see the group chat, right? You could send them a link. Within your Hangouts also is where we can do a screen share, right? So it says here, Google Plus Hangouts would like to share the content of your screen. So you can actually share what particular part of the screen, right, you want to share with them. Maybe I just want to share just my mail, right, my document that I had out, right? So I'm just going to do share here so you can see it again. You can capture images. Right, guys, you can even go into your Google Drive from here, right? Maybe I want to share a particular document, right? So we can do it from your My Drive, anything that's been shared with you. Right, so the other person is actually seeing all this information as well. You could upload it from any drive that you have, maybe even your desktop, right? Even stuff already previously selected. You can also create shared notes. Right, so we could be taking notes here. All right, so hello team. This is very easy to share notes. All right, again, Hangouts, it's just an awesome tool to be able to use. So whether, I'm here in Atlanta, you're in London, no matter where we are in the world, we can share our documents, share our screen, share our presentations as if we're in the same room together. Now, with a lot of people being online sometimes, right? If you have issues with your bandwidth, you can do one of two things. Do what I did. Turn off your camera at first, right? If you see that the meeting's going a little bit slow, right? You can turn the camera off, or you can simply adjust your bandwidth, right? So to the very top, you see we've got a couple of menus here. All right, so having video trouble, disable your HD, limit your bandwidth. Again, we can turn our camera on or off. Right? While you're in your Hangout, you may want to mute your microphone, right? Unless you're asked a question, so to kind of, disable all that background noises. Now, even though you're already in the Hangout, as long as you're not over the allotted amount, you can also invite other people to this meeting going on. Right? You can look at your settings, right? Again, if you're having any issues. And when you're done, you can simply leave the call, right, by almost like hanging up the phone. And there you have it. All right, so just a couple of other things that we needed to follow up on. All right, your ICO policies for acceptable use of Google Plus. Google Plus in ICO is provided to the ICO users for the sole purpose of business use. Please remember that. ICO users are forbidden from using Google Plus to post or display comments about coworkers, supervisor ICOs that are vulgar, obscene, threatening, harassing, or a violation of ICO's policies. ICO users may not use Google Plus to disclose any confidential or proprietary information about ICO or its employees, members, or partners. When appropriate, ICO users should disclose their relationship with ICO in their online posts and refrain from speaking on behalf of ICO when not authorized. ICO users should keep in mind that they are personally responsible for what they post online and be mindful that what they say may be available publicly for a long time. So be very careful about what you say. Google Plus use is subject to the same rules, regulations, and workplace policies ICO staff must follow in other situations, including but not limited to ICO's policies on code of conduct, confidentiality, IT security, and general use of computing resources. Please always follow the ICO code of conduct and comply with ICO policies. Remember that you are representing ICO in your posts and content. Be relevant to your area of expertise. Please never post confidential or proprietary information about ICO. Always use your real name and job title so that users can clearly identify that an ICO representative supplied the information. Ensure that an appropriate tone is used at all times and that you treat Google Plus as you would a professional face-to-face conversation. Please stay away from linking to unvalidated websites and sources in your posts. Use professional headshots for profile pictures. All right. Again, just make it work appropriate. And please never delete a comment just because you disagree with the commentator's point of view. Thank you so much and happy Googling.